We're back. We're back with the graph college ruled 5 squares per inch that I've cut down to do a Dutch door. Dun dun. This is going to be February's meal planning book and household chore book. I'm excited. Yeah, let's start getting this set up. By the way, my name is April. This is the Frugal Planner channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it is not your first time here, welcome back. What I have learned so far is that I can do a 5 by 5 and then put different meals in here. I'm going to use this side, the top portion right here, for ingredients that I want to use up. So let's just quickly go in here. I am going to be using the Energel Liquid Ink Gel. This is a 0.7. And I've got my Filofax ruler here. I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are going to be 5 by 5 squares. And this is where I'm going to put my meal ideas. Am I going to make these in order? Probably not, because that's just, I wouldn't be in the mood most likely for that meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am a by mood eater. Like, ooh, I'm in the mood for X, or I am in the mood for Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't normally plan a meal and say I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't normally do a meal per day and like put it on that day, and that's the day we have to eat it. It just doesn't work for me. So let's go ahead and get this side done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes the lines start blurring together and I'm like, is that 5 or is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know this is a bit tedious, but you guys have said you like watching the setup part, so I did not want to rob you of this. I wanted to make sure we had it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wes got the living room painted. It looks beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in Sherwin-Williams Agreeable Gray. We're going to live with it for a month and see how much we love it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. How many days are in February? 28. Did I plan it like that? No, that's just how it panned out. I did not plan it that way, but I'm glad it worked out that way. So then what I'm going to do is almost like a bingo game. Bingo. I am going to put in here meals that I know we love that, are easy to do, but I'm also going to put on this side things I know I need to use up in my pantry, fridge, freezer. So let's go in here. This was 35. So if I do 10, I'm talking to myself, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. Perfect. Go ahead and get these drawn in. There it is. I finally got it. So I had a hair attached to the arm of my t-shirt, and every once in a while I would move just right and it would like tickle, but I haven't been able to find it. I just found it. Okay, And then I don't know how that happened. Did you see that? Look at that. Okay, so let's put in a little bit of, do we want to do color? Do we want to have color? Why wouldn't we? Like, seriously, why wouldn't we want color in this? I need something that's going to be cheerful and happy and something that I want to look at for the whole month of February. Maybe I'll hold off on color because that's a big decision to make right off the bat. Is it? Should we do red for February? Red is not the most appetizing color though. Like, greens would be better. Like, green is a better, we'll go with greens. I am talking myself out of a conversation. I've got these greens. Oh, I have a lot of greens. Good for greens. We're feeling it. Should we stick with these? I think this one's going to be too dark, and I think this one's going to be too chartreuse. Maybe. All right, let's stick with these. So I've got 076, 098, 158, and 192. Try those. Should we swatch them? See what they're going to look like. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the back. Let's swatch them in this order. This is the 076. I'll also want to see if these bleed through. Okay, that does not feel green at all. 098. Does it? It's not feeling very green. That's green. 158. Good thing I swatched these first. 192. Yep. Also, do we notice how my little swatch pyramid, it goes until I catch myself? 312. All right, let's just see what the red looks like. I have a pink red and a red red. This is 835. And this one is 856. It's like a tomato. I would say the 856 is more tomato and this is more like watermelon. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I don't. Okay, let's hold off on any colors. Let's just hold off. Let's put those bad boys aside. We'll figure out what we're doing first and then we'll come back. We'll come back. So down here on this portion, I want to have the day, anything, any like special ingredients that I'm gonna need, and then I want to do a household chore list. So in order to do that, what I'm thinking is, how many squares is this? Just so I can keep it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10. 10 seems too skinny. No, I think 10 will work. Let's do 10. And I'm only going to set up right now Monday. Well, no, I have to backdate, don't I? Because Saturday, was Saturday the 1st? What is today? Yeah, Saturday was the 1st. So let's go ahead and set up Saturdays. Do I have days of the week? Let me check my stickers. Okay. I do. And I know I have, okay. Let's pop in here with Saturday, I really wasn't going to do a bunch of stickers, but I do kind of, whoops. I do kind of like the idea of using up my stash. So let's do this. And honestly, if it's more decorative, I'm going to find myself using it more. So there's Saturday. And then Sunday, let's come over 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have known that because we went 10 over on the grid. That was silly. It was a wee bit silly. Okay. And then we'll go in with Sunday. And you can use any, you can even write these in. You do not have to use stickers. I'm using stickers because I have them. And that is the only reason. Okay. Do I have household? Let me look. No, but you know what I do have? Chores. So let's use up these 2 sheets. Oh, there goes the infamous heater. Chores there. And again, if you do not have stickers, you do not have to use them. I have made it a goal for 2025 to use up my stash and not to buy new. So if I'm throwing something in here and you're like, I really like that, but I don't have it, you're totally fine. Like, don't even think twice about it. I'm only using it because I have it. I didn't buy it special for this project. Okay. So I am going to keep these stickers with this notebook just so that I have them now that I've like set the tone. And I'm only going to set up these 2 days with you because even though I have them all counted out to set them all up, part of my downfall when I do that is I don't go back into it. Like, I'll set it up, it's pretty, I do a flip through, and then I set it aside and I don't use it again. I don't want to do that with this. I want to get into a good habit, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to do it daily. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. And because I'm back planning, I can actually fill this in for you and show you what I did. So we're going to see how this works. Also, I need some coffee. Perfect. Scooch everything. Scooch my coffee. I really need to spend time today and clean my desk. Maybe that's what I'll put here, is clean my desk and laundry room. But I also need to, I'm getting sidetracked again, I'm sorry. So let's do today. Today for chores, I would like to. I've got a bin that I have in mind that goes underneath your bed, like a storage container. And I know a lot of people say don't store anything under your bed, and I get that, I do. But hear me out. I have 5 duvet covers and 5 sets of sheets, pillowcases, throw pillows, and blanket sets, right? 5 for the bed. And do I have 5 or 4? I think I have 5. Anyway, however many I have not found a very good way to keep them organized and store them. So of course I was on social media the other day and I'm like, you know, typing in sheet storage or bedding storage, and it came up with this solution, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. So for today, one of my chores is going to be to sort through all of our bedding. I want to inspect what I have because I'm pretty sure I have some fitteds without flats, and I've got some pillowcases that are just like randoms that I've purchased to go with like a sham. It's a sham that really doesn't, I don't have the shams anymore. no, I don't have the sheets anymore. So I need to inspect. I need to fold them together. So if I have like a terracotta colored duvet cover, right? And then I have a corresponding like print that I use for my sheets, which I know I do. I need to put all of those together in like one bundle so that when we go to change the bedding, it's just grab that pile and it's got all the pillowcases, the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, and the duvet cover. Everything's all together. And if I can cram them in there, I do have like crocheted blankets that I've made that go with, you know, the different duvet covers that I have. So I'll throw those in there too. And then I only have 2 decorative pillows that go on the bed, and they're the coordinating ones that have the shams, the pillow shams. So fold them together and then store them. Storage. I was going to put the office, my desk, but I'm not. It's overwhelming and I don't want to do it on a Sunday before I'm going back to work because that's just too much cortisol. Like too much. That's like Sunday scaries with the overwhelming need to clean off my desk. So instead, I am going to do a bit of meal planning. Or no, meal prepping. Meal prep. And I'm going to do marinade chicken. There's the heater. So for the chicken, I'm going to separate it into baggies. Oh, in fact, I wonder if I can still add to my order. Hold on. I need to add freezer bags because we are out. Let me look. Yes, it is a good thing I looked because I forgot to add the others too. All right, so add. Let me make sure everything is available today. Don't you hate that when you do it and you're like, okay, I ordered everything, but this item is being shipped. And I'm like, no, don't ship it. I don't want it shipped. If it wasn't available, just let me know. Okay, so I've got the freezer bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate the chicken in different marinades and then throw them in Ziploc bags and put them, depending on when I'm what I'm meal planning them with, they'll either go in the fridge or the freezer, or I'll just throw all of them in the freezer just to make it easier. That's probably what I will do, just to make it easy. And then I need to tidy up the living room. Wes painted. So there's like stuff that I pulled off the walls that we're not putting back up on the walls, and I need to find a better home for them, whether that be the donate pile or the trash pile or somewhere else in the house, but they need to be cleaned up. And then the dining room table, which if you have been here for a minute, it stays clean for about 35 minutes and something else gets tossed on it. So that's a tragedy. All right, and then let's go back here. So Saturday for chores, I removed all wall art. I say art, just what was ever on the wall in the living room. And then wash walls. Paint prep. Perfect. Now, for a meal yesterday, I did, how do I want to do this? I feel like I want to have a little fun with this. Like, I don't want it to be boring. Do I want to do a black? Yeah, let's do this. So we did patty melts and pickle chips. Perfect. I'm just gonna make this not so flat. Not so flat. Boop, boop. So again, watching social media, I saw this recipe for pickle marinated like chips, like potato chips. So I got my scary mandolin out and cut some potatoes into like potato chips, crinkle potato chips.
And they were delicious.
That was Wes. And I didn't have any dill pickles in the fridge. I only had sweet, like the bread and butter pickles, so I couldn't marinate them in that. So I made my own marinade. I did some Frank's red hot sauce, just like 9 dashes, some white vinegar, and then I had pickle seasoning, like pickle for canning. So I put that in with the vinegar and let that marinade by itself, like just sit by itself for about 5 minutes. And then added some salt and pepper and some red chili flakes. I soaked the potatoes in cold water, the chips in cold water for the whole time that I'm making this. Drained them, threw them in the marinade, stirred them up a little bit. Excuse me. Sorry. And then while I was cutting the onions for the patty melts, I just let them marinate. I did try to do them in the air fryer and I did not like how they turned out. They didn't get crispy enough for me. So I ended up deep frying them, and like Wes said, they were amazing. So I would say pickle chips we will do again. They were really good. So I'm going to put this up here since we've already done it. I'm going to write it in. It's a meal we did. So patty melts. And I'm just going to do patty melt. I don't usually write down my sides that I do, but in this case, because it was so good, it was like, yeah, we've got to have that. Today we are going out to lunch because we're doing our grocery run and doing, you know, all of that stuff. So I can put that in and keep it still in the same like format. How do we do for bleed through? A little bit. So maybe I don't want to use this one. Well, fiddle faddle. Fiddle, fiddle, faddle. Where are my light grays? Maybe this one will work better. Out. We'll do that. Out for lunch. And then dinner, I don't know what I'll make. I need to figure that out. So for ingredients this week, I do have some. So I could make, why don't I do tuna casserole tonight? And then I can make leftovers for lunch tomorrow. I like that. And I got cheese. So let's do, for dinner tonight, let's do, where's my marker? Where did I put it? So tuna casserole for dinner, and I'll jazz it up a little bit. I have a bag of Cheetos that I got for our snack basket that hasn't been eaten, and I think they're probably coming up on their best buy date. So what I'm going to do is crush those up and sprinkle them on top of the tuna fish casserole, and then cook it that way, and then put cheese over top of it, because, you know, that sounds super healthy. It doesn't, but it's what I've got. So I'm also going to put in here tuna casserole. And then I'm also going to put down, because I know I have meatballs in the freezer that I need to use. So let's go over here and let's do this. Let's do fridge, freezer, pantry. And when I say pantry, I mean like canning, anything that's in my pantry in the kitchen, and then anything that's downstairs on the canning shelf, I will keep those in the same. So for the freezer, I've got meatballs. I have some cod. I'm trying to think of other proteins that I have in there. Chicken. Is that it? I don't have a lot of like protein in the freezer. I have a ton of garden stuff from last year's garden in the freezer that I need to use up. So I've got fresh carrots that I flash froze. I think of that like flashing the carrots. No, I like boiled them for like 2 minutes, put them in ice water, let them come back to room temperature, dried them off, and then put them in those freezer sealer bags that suck all the air out. What are those called? Safe? No, those are the things you put clothes in. Space saver bags. But it's kind of the same idea. It just does it with meals or food. I've got green beans that are from the garden that we need to use. I wonder if I could do like a bean casserole. Or like a bean... Ooh, like a minestrone soup. That would be good with homemade bread. Okay, that would use up some of that and some of my beans. That is the other thing I have a lot of is dried beans. One of these weekends, I really just need to sit down and find a good canning recipe for chili, like chili beans, and then make the pints so that I just have them downstairs on the canning shelves, and when I want chili, I can just either take one of those to work or pop them open and have them here at the house. They make easy lunches, easy dinners. Chili with cheese and onions are amazing. Absolutely, probably one of my favorite meals. So let's put that in here. Let's do chili. Chili would be really good. Okay, so also in the freezer, what else is in there? I've got breakfast burritos that I made that I need to eat up. And then it is so full of stuff. I think I've got a pint of ice cream. We need to figure out how to get that used up and out of there. Neither one of us really eat a lot of ice cream, so when I do get it, it lasts us forever. Forever. In the fridge, I don't think I have anything other than like salad dressings that, I mean, we go through our fridge so fast. Oh, I do have cauliflower in there. I need to do that. And let's put on here buffalo cauliflower. Almost lost lettering chicken. If you haven't had buffalo cauliflower, it's exactly what it sounds like. You cut the cauliflower. I do a beer dredge where I put beer and then flour, bunch of seasonings, Frank's red hot sauce, some red pepper flakes, salt and pepper. And then I dredge the cauliflower. It's a pretty thick dredge. And then I line a baking sheet with parchment paper, bake it at 350 degrees in my convection oven for about 25 minutes. And then I let them cool, pull them off the parchment, put them in a bag or a storage container, and I throw them in the fridge. And then throughout the week, Wes will toss them into the air fryer for about another 10 minutes at 350, and then toss them with the Frank's red hot sauce. And then he found Kinder makes a buffalo sauce. So he bought that and he's been putting that on them, and they're amazing. They take a bit to prep, but once they're prepped, then you just throw them in the air fryer. I have thought about too, putting them on the baking sheet and putting them in the freezer to freeze them individually, like where they are, and then pulling them off and putting them in one of the zippy, or not the zippy, the air sucky storage bags that I talk about but don't know their name. Food savers? Food savers. I'm going to put a note. Food saver bags. Anyway, put them in those and then put them in the freezer, and they can still go in the air fryer frozen. It just takes longer to heat them up. But the thing with that is, as soon as I make them, they're pretty much gone. So I've got 2 heads of cauliflower that I need to meal prep so that I have those ready to go. And then what else? There was something else this week. So patty melts, tuna casserole, and the buffalo cauliflower. I've got chicken I need to marinate. I'll do that today. And then, yeah. So I think that's pretty good. Tonight will be tuna casserole. And I've been doing better with servings too. So you know how the egg noodles come in a big bag? So when I'm making the tuna casserole, I'll cut the bag in half. I won't cut it, but I'll only use half of the bag. And then we'll have 4 servings. Same with oh, I didn't write it down. Did I not write it down? Oh, Swedish meatballs. So with the Swedish meatballs, because it also takes those noodles, I will just do the rest of the bag, and then that's 4 servings. And then that will use the meatballs in the freezer as well. I also have some ginger soy teriyaki marinade. So maybe let's do ginger soy cod. And you know what would be really good with that? If I did the ginger soy cod and then did the ginger teriyaki green beans. That would probably be really, really good. So those could pair together really well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a meal for every day this week if I wanted to follow that, which I may or may not. I really need to look up a chili recipe. If you are a canner, whether water bath or pressure canner or both, and you have a really good chili recipe, will you link a website or something down below, even if it's a YouTube channel? I am on the hunt for one that is recommended by canners. Will be the first time that I would can chili, so I want to make sure. I'll also check my FDA books too to see if they have a chili recipe. So, okay. I am really happy with this because that's going to use up some of my dried beans as well. So this is good. I feel like this is good. I'm happy with this. I'm excited for this book. I'm really excited for this book. And Kelly, thank you again for finding this and sending this to me. I know it was months ago and I wasn't sure how I was going to use this, but as I'm moving into it, I am really feeling inspired and all sorts of goodness. So let me see. Yeah, I think that'll be a better option. That color will be a better option for this. So let's just stick to this. I'm going to put this up today. Today is Sunday, so you get like a live, here we are. And then maybe for the month of February, I will do this book just so we get through the month and we form those good habits. Other than I'm going to be off a week, so I might have to backdate it with what we ate on vacation, which might be fun. Okay, I'm going to close for now. I'll meet you down in the comments. I love you. I hope you have the very best day. Thank you for hanging out with me so long to set this up. I was sure what I wanted to do and then not sure all of a sudden. So thank you. And yeah, I will talk to you soon. Happy meal planning. Okay, bye.